Hello everyone, and now welcome to Game 2 in a series. Game 2 taking place here on Dream Garden, as it will be Alice versus ZDR once more. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map, and as we have Alice spawning as the red Night Elf player at what I'll call the 9 o'clock position. Meanwhile, ZDR spawning as the blue orc at the 6 o'clock position. This map really kind of reminds me of a Lost Temple in that there is a very central location, but I don't believe there are that many creep camps in the center. The map does feel rather wide open, and there are a handful of lower level creeps that I can see. The higher level creeps are actually further away from the center, so we'll see how that plays into everything here. A 4-3-3 creep camp, something that you don't see often in the BattleNet ladder maps, but this 4-3-3 creep camp does not give level 2. That is important to note. Let's take a look at there's children on the map playing next to a fountain. Meanwhile, 4-1-1 right there. Now, typically, how do I envision this particular map being crept out and the natural progression of the game? It appears that there's going to be an Ancient of War creep coming in from Alice off to the north to clear out a rather high level creep camp. This is going to be very difficult. I assume 2 Wisp will need to be brought over in order to repair this Ancient of War enough. Now, let's take a look at down over here. It is going to be a Demon Hunter, and the question is, how many archers can you train before that Demon Hunter does get up to the top? If you can actually get 2 archers, that would be the best. And some Wisp now need to be transferred off to the north. Yes, wait, no. It looks like 3 Wisp were about ready to go and then decided to hang back for just a moment. They should be making their way off to the north here in just a moment there, as the Ancient of War has stopped training archers. Now just currently sitting there waiting to perhaps uproot himself. All right, Demon Hunter is now out on the field. And off to the north, you can see that there is one peon who is in a strange position. The peon, I believe, could have actually spotted that those 2 Wisps making their way off to the north, and this is very important. If ZDR knows exactly what exactly Alice is attempting to do, it's really gonna put a bad, just a wrinkle in all the plans. All right, let's take a look. Blade Master now coming through here, getting in a little bit of damage. Meanwhile, the Wisp are hiding in a position where the Grunts and the Blade Master cannot freely get to them. However, one Wisp almost gets taken down, as you can see right there. The Wisp need to run through, and it looks like they will not be able to do that, as the Blade Master getting in a bit more damage still. Things are just not going well for Alice at all. Close spawns on this map really causing a bit of problems, and the fact that ZDR was able to scout out his opponent rather easily and know exactly what's going down. Blade Master coming in for a lot of harassment. You can see all of that micro necessary to move the Wisp in between this side and that side of the Altar of Elders, as the Blade Master now runs through. All right, 2 archers are now out on the field. Perhaps a 3rd or 4th archer could be added, and that might actually really put things in favor of Alice, as then he would be able to creep out a rather high level creep camp and be able to push, in addition to creeping that high level creep camp, get to level 2 and maybe even hire a mercenary or 2. All right, 2 Wisp are ready to go. Ancient of War should be uprooting and eating some trees here in just a moment. Yes, gonna go ahead and eat that tree, but oh, you see one of the Wisp got ensnared, and that is a definite problem. This Ancient of War, I do not believe, can suffer that much damage at the hands of the creep camp, and that little bit of extra regeneration, it could be a bit of a problem. All right, there you go. The second Wisp now being brought over. Meanwhile, the Blade Master is here. Grunt gets a kill there, and the Blade Master just racking up the kills. This wall off not completed yet, as we're looking at the Ancient of War down to 206 hit points, but it looks like it will end up surviving. All right, let's take a look. A Murloc Huntsman being added. I'm not quite sure what the Murloc abilities are on this particular map. or the creep advantages are on this map. Maybe perhaps they have Ensnare, as we're looking at the Blade Master looking to take down one of the 2 Moonwells. Yeah, there is only 2 Moonwells currently for Alice, and if one of those Moonwells go down, that is going to be a significant loss for healing, and that is going to be an even bigger problem. Alright, are the Wisps going to come off the line to try and do anything here? Alright, you can take a look. There is a mana burn. Damage is being dealt. There is an Ensnare onto a Grunt, and now that Murloc Huntsman does have Ensnare and was able to do a little bit much there. Blade Master now going after an Archer. The Archer is currently Shadow Melded, and are we going to see that? Oh, Speed Scroll be used. There is the Grunt now getting taken down. Archer, one of them actually broke Shadow Meld in order to take down the Grunt, and then ends up falling at his own hands. Alright, let's take a look at this. The Huntsman needs to perhaps slip through once again. Archer is right there. Archer is there, as well as the Blade Master and the Demon Hunter going toe to toe. The Demon Hunter does have a level advantage, meaning he should have evasion as well, giving him a very, very big 1-up in the upcoming fights. Blade Master looking to perhaps clear out this Dire Wolf creep camp, 6-2-2-2-2, and that will give the Blade Master level 2 and almost even get to level 3. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter now heading to the center portion of the map, gonna perhaps pick up that Beast Master and then try to put in a little bit of pressure. Ancient of Wonders being built off to the side here, and we may see a Staff of Preservation or some other item being picked up there in just a second. Double Bestiary by ZDR this time, not going for the Spirit Lodge. So without that Spirit Lodge, we're not going to have Spirit Link, but we are going to get Raiders with Ensnare faster. Blade Master already at level 2, Wand of Illusion, as the last of the Timber Wolves at this creep camp are going down. Naga Sea Witch, the hero of choice, coming in instead of the Beastmaster as I originally anticipated. Ancient of Wonders still not yet done, and the Demon Hunter looks happy enough to just sit here, wait for that Ancient of Wonders to be completed, and then pick up an item. Meanwhile, back over here, Blade Master comes in again, gonna be able to freely run inside a base, take down one Wisp. Looks like another one is gonna get taken down, and the Blade Master is just having an absolute field day inside this base. 35 over 40 supply here, and it looks like we are going to be upside down on supply in just a second. Give me one moment. All right, back. Sorry about that. Gonna go ahead and come back down over here. You can see that the archers are trying to pummel down this orc burrow, and it is gonna get taken down. Meanwhile, you can also see the shaman was brought out here. So yes, a really heavy use of the map here, and that is gonna be a lot of piercing damage. Now, piercing damage normally is ineffective against buildings, but orc burrows with their heavy armor takes full damage. You can see the amount of peons that are trying to repair here, and it is still not working. Meanwhile, an Ancient of War being built in the back off over here, and is it turning into a base race? Yes, it is. Alice now trying to take down the last of the elders there. There's an Ancient of War off to the north. There's some Moonwells being built or off to the side there, but those are all going to be revealed because there is no Tree of Life. All right, ZDR going to be losing that last orc burrow, and with those archers just pummeling it down, they should just really be attacking as opposed to just walking around. A little bit of extra damage is all it takes there. And what is happening in the backfield there as the orc burrows are now coming together? All right, Ancient of War now trying to get in a little bit of extra damage. If a Huntsman had just ensnared one peon, that might have been enough. ZDR seen at 37 over 20. 30 over 20 for Alice, and what is big and surprising about this is that the army of Alice may actually be bigger because of the number of workers he has. ZDR now trying to fight back here. One Ancient of War, and this is just all attempting to try and take that down. There goes, oh wow, Grunt able to escape at 5 hit points as this fight does continue. One low hit point Raider does get taken down. Blade Master now up to level 3. And they're now trying to focus down, but focusing down an illusion. There goes an illusion. There goes some more units as well. And I believe that is going to be the game. Doesn't really stand much of a chance. Things are just turning from bad to worse all of a sudden, as the lone Demon Hunter and Naga Sea Witch, I guess not lone that much, trying to finish off everything else. All right, Rejuvenation on the Shaman. Is it going to be enough to keep him alive? The Shaman is taking damage, but somehow still staying alive for just enough time here. Down to 90 hit points. The Shaman down to 118, 125. Keeps on taking damage and still somehow survives as he is running for the hills. Naga Sea Witch gets into position, and oh, there you go, trying to split the defense. The Shaman now heading back off to the north, may head over to these Moonwells, get a bit more mana and hit points, and stick around, but no, that is going to be it. ZDR makes us a quick 2-0 in this Orc versus Night Elf matchup. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, hope you guys enjoyed it.